recording audio because I don't know where my fucking QuickTime player is.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? Even in the video, I see that it's not lined up.
I was behind on there for sure.
You're always behind on it.
Like bad?
Yeah. But I don't know.
All right, wait.
You seem to line up the audio just fine, so I'm sure it's okay.
I line it up, and then if I have to, I bump it back and forth.
All right. Works for me.
Just open Notion here on my phone.
Yeah.
I gotta plug my phone in.
That would be a good idea.
I just kept it in the same spot. Episode 25.
Episode 25 coming at you. Quarter century.
Dude, it is episode 25 is the thing.
Yeah, I think so. It's 25.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Dude, how nice is this?
Yeah, no, it's pretty nice.
I thought it was going to be like bullshit for $180.
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty good.
Let me make sure I'm on the right... where's my mic at?
Oh.
I think I got the right mic.
Do you see that in the preferences? Under the audio and video. Oh, shit.
Why is my shit not showing up? No, I feel like built-in microphone. Where's it at?
It's in the audio and video. So if you go like Skype.
I have to do it from
preferences.
Skype? Oh.
Yeah, you got to do it from Skype.
Fucking whack.
And then you got to go to preferences. Audio and video.
Yeah.
And then microphone and speaker.
What? Yo, my shit's not showing.
What?
Wait, microphone. It says default device.
Yeah.
Is that this?
No, the you got to change it to Rode Procaster V2.
But it doesn't say. It doesn't say. It's not there. Hold on.
What?
I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Hold on. Where's my... It's not showing up. Where is it? Let me unplug it and plug it back in. The old trick.
Yeah, this is going to fix it for sure.
I don't think so. Oh, there it is. How's that?
That's great. Holy fuck, that's way better.
This sounds better now?
Oh, way better, dude.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dope.
Whoa, I can hear that bass in the voice.
Yeah, you like that bass. Like that bass.
Hi, welcome to welcome to the nose.
Hey there, welcome to the nose. If I could hear it, I would feel better about it, but I can't hear myself.
You know, you can hear it.
Yeah?
I plugged my headphones through my
Into
mic the
mic.
other day.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Fucking amazing, man. I'm not doing it right now.
No, it's pretty sick. You hear it. That's the way you should be doing it.
Yeah.
But who's got time for that?
Not us. I was gonna set my Nikon up as a webcam. I don't got time for that.
Nah, this is fine.
Yeah.
What do we look like? Professionals?
I think so.
Oh, yeah? All right. That's cool. I see you got an invisible creature hat on. Where you get that from?
I got it from their website.
You pay for that?
I did pay for it.
What a chump.
Why, is he going to send you one for free?
Yeah, I'll get like 3 of them for free, and I won't send one to you.
Who are you going to send them to?
I'll just keep them.
I won't even wear them. I'm not even gonna unbox them.
No, I've definitely paid for Invisible Creature stuff before. I highly recommend Invisible Creature. They're a great studio.
I never used to like promote other artists until like now I can afford to like maybe buy like a print or something like that if I'm really into it. Or like earlier today I sent you that little Bart Simpson figure that I fucking ordered that guy custom makes.
Yeah, I saw that. That's all
Those
right.
things are cool.
Looks like something you buy.
You don't like it?
I mean, it's fine. What am I going to do with it? I'm 36 years old.
Put it on your shelf.
I got no
like
room.
You got a bunch of noses behind you.
I do. Where are they? Shit, how do you go back?
You got a diorama.
Doom, 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 doom.
Diorama of
No,
noses.
No, right here. You see what this box is? I don't know if you know what this is. This is a box of socks from Dropmark.
Whoa.
Yeah, they said, I think maybe because I'm like some kind of special user or something, they sent me some socks.
I'm blanking on what Dropmark is.
Dropmark is like when you save shit. You drop it in there, you know, like pictures and stuff like that. You know how we use that all the time?
Dropbox?
Dropmark.
I don't use Dropmark, man.
You don't use Dropmark?
No.
Fucking whack.
I use Dropbox and Google Photos.
I use those as well. Yeah. But Dropmark I use for mood boards.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I do now. Yeah.
I use
Okay,
it for
never mind.
all
I've
the mood
used
board
it.
stuff. Yeah. No, it's great.
Oh. Man, it's been a while.
It has. When was the last time we talked?
Yesterday.
When was the last time we recorded our talking?
It's been 2 weeks probably.
2 weeks? Yikes.
Yeah, maybe even longer actually.
Not going to get any of that sponsor money on 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll cut that part out. Yesterday.
Yes. No, that's okay. We decided today that we don't want sponsors.
We did.
We did.
After a promising sponsorship.
I shut it down. I shut it down. Brent went out and got a sponsor that was legit, and I shut it down. You know why? Because I'm a man of the people. That's why.
No, this is what happened. Is last night I said,
to the
"Hey."
man.
No, last night I messaged you. I said, "Hey, these people are looking for a sponsorship. Should I message them?" You said, "Yeah, let's do it." I messaged them. They are interested. Mm-hmm. I said, "What do you think?" You said, "Nah, let's not do it." It was less than 24 hours back and forth.
I think it's good to point out the fact that last night I was maybe some of the most tired I've ever been in my entire life. Like when you're so tired you pass out. You say you pass out and you like fall asleep somewhere. I actually passed out like someone might have to put like paddles on my chest to revive me with electricity. Like that's how tired I was.
This makes me think, because I was thinking about this the other day, is if somebody paid you $100 million tomorrow.
Take it.
Most professions, though, most people doing their job are taking that money and like escaping to a private island or something like that, and like never probably talking to anyone again.
Right.
I don't think I would do that. Like I know that I would still continue to be a designer.
If someone gave me $100 million tomorrow, I wouldn't change a goddamn thing about my life.
You would still wake up and do exactly what you're doing.
I mean, maybe I would do some things nicer. Like I would have like nicer things maybe, but that's it.
I would work on probably a lot more personal projects or things that just I wanted to, I guess.
I would invest in the business. That's what I would do. I would just invest in the business. I would just do more business stuff.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I'm not taking it going to an island. Fuck that. I would just take it and I would just try to build more stuff.
You know what? And this is another thing too, is as much as I hate where I live, being away from where I live makes me like love where I live. You know what I mean? I don't leave my fucking house.
I don't know if anyone can love where you live. I seen that shit on Google Maps.
We were gonna record this maybe like 2 weeks ago. I was in New York.
Yeah.
I experienced New York.
Yeah, you came here to New York. The Big Apple.
Didn't like it.
How was it? What was it like meeting in person? Because people don't know this. We've never met in person before.
Yeah, you're a lot taller than I thought.
Yeah. No, but seriously, what was it like meeting in person?
We didn't meet. You know what's funny though is Aaron's like, "Are you kind of sad that we're not going to meet John or anything?" I was like, "I don't know. I talk to John every day."
Mm.
Like, I've seen you in video.
Yeah.
You were picking out a counter.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I was busy. I had shit to do.
I think you messaged me the first day that I was there. And we're like, whoa, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
But I was busy. So
Too busy for me. I'm too busy for you.
yeah.
That's how we're going to play this game.
I was at the Natural History Museum. Is that what it's called?
Did you go to the Met? I forget.
No.
Nah, you fucked up. It's the best thing in New York City.
I don't think so. There's not a lot. There's not a lot of good things in New York City.
You hear that, folks? That's the sound of Brent getting fired again.
Dude, I was never rehired.
That's true.
You can't fire me. I'm already fired.
That's true. Shit. How do I do this now? I don't know how to handle the situation.
You just hang up.
Yeah, I guess so. I can do that. Yeah, so you weren't really a huge fan of the Big Apple, were you? You said there was a lot of garbage in the street.
There was tons.
So
much.
What I was thinking is that you just kept looking at your reflection in the cars as you passed by.
Dude, those cars were garbage as well. There was like a few areas that we went through, like
hold on. What were your 3 favorite things about New York?
Hayden Planetarium.
Okay.
I honestly did like, and I didn't.
You know what's funny about the Hayden Planetarium? It makes me think, when people say it, it makes me think about that actress who was in that show Heroes.
Hayden
Planetarium.
Planetarium. It's so close to that.
It's close enough. But okay, what was number 2?
I genuinely like the people, if that makes sense.
You better.
For the most part. Like, I appreciate here when I'm walking down the street and it's kind of busy, I feel like I'm constantly shifting side to side with my shoulders so I don't hit people. And it feels like I'm fucking frustrated that like people are in my way.
You
and
just
I
go
feel
like
like
this
that.
and you're like, ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ooh, hey, sorry there.
Ooh, sorry. Hey, oh, sorry. Ooh, it's a nice day for it, eh? Ooh, sorry.
In New York, man, surprised that most people that I passed also, like, no eye contact or anything, move as well.
Yeah, no one's trying to get in anybody's way.
Mm-mm.
We all have things to do. We all have people to see. We don't need to be slowed down by bumping shoulders.
Yeah, so that felt really nice.
Yeah.
So
far, out of all of Manhattan, you like the planetarium, which you could basically go to any city and go to a planetarium, and you like that people didn't bump into your shoulders.
Yeah, loved that.
Cool. What's number 3?
Oh, I gotta say something that I like, hey?
Yeah. You can't pick out 3 things about New York City that you like?
Food, I guess. There's good food everywhere.
God, you don't even give a shit, do you? All right, name 3 things you didn't like.
Easy. Every fucking place that we ordered food, everybody orders their food, and it doesn't matter who the fuck ordered first.
Yeah.
They push their way to the front and just stand at the counter waiting for their food.
Yeah, what's
and
the problem?
the employees are like, back up.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter that I ordered my food first. The guy seen that I ordered my food first steps in front of me waiting for his food. That shit's like, in Canada, like I get like fucking angry when I go into a place and it's super busy. But it makes me appreciate Canada because like no matter how busy it is, like everyone just kind of like waits their fucking turn.
Dude, New York is dog eat dog, survival of the fittest. If you can't hang, get out.
I did. I got the fuck out.
That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, it definitely takes I appreciate you as a person more, maybe.
What does that mean? I don't understand what that means.
Well, because I think you grew up.
Do you know what it means?
Look
at this guy just going saying shit willy-nilly without nothing to back it up.
I think it's probably why you're so intense and that you're so driven is like, dude, if you're not there, not that like necessarily now, like you could probably not be as driven and still do okay because of the internet. Yeah. But you grew up in a time where it was like you're like that was your demographic or whatever. That was, or like your peers, like people you're competing against, was that.
I honestly think, as I got older and the internet became more of a thing, I think the internet made it more intense, actually, because there are people who were claiming New York and Brooklyn and blah, 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 that just moved in, within months. And then they show their faces at events and things like that. And all of a sudden, they're just like, oh, I'm a New York designer now, blah, 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 blah. Or people who haven't even moved here yet started putting that on there because they planned on getting an apartment, There's like stuff like that. And there's just like so many more people and there's so much more prevalent, So it's just like when you show up to a thing in New York City, everyone knows everyone now because of the internet. So if you show up, you better damn well make sure people know who you are when you walk into that door,
Yeah.
So I think it's even more so now because like I think back when I was a kid and I used to do stuff like that. Like you'd walk in, nobody knew anybody. You don't recognize anyone. You have to have a conversation with somebody to be like, oh, you're that person, But now people are just like, oh, look at that's your fucking Twitter avatar walking in the door,
Yeah. Even for me meeting you, I was able to like bridge that gap through just direct messaging, right? Before. So yeah, you're right. Like it kind of.
But that's what I always liked about New York. Maybe it was because I'm like a very competitive person, and I come from a competitive family, and shit. Even like my wife and her family are all competitive, so like we're all like bloodthirsty people, and I just like thrive on it. I would prefer things be hard because when you succeed, when things are hard, it feels a lot better. If something's easy, you do a good job. It's just like, oh, all right, Like I don't need a participation trophy. Like I want like someone to just be like, "Wow, great job. I didn't think you'd be able to do that."
That makes me think, dude. Is like, did you grow up on like I didn't, but did you grow up on wrestling? Like, was that?
Yeah, we used to watch like WWF, now WWE, whatever. It was like when we started watching it. I mean, we were I'm 36. My middle brother is turning 35, and then my youngest brother is turning 32. Shit. So we were all like pretty deep. Like WrestleMania 1, I was alive for, I think it was like
that was the birthplace.
It was like 1984 or something. But we used to watch it all the time when it was like on Saturday mornings and stuff like that. And then eventually we got older, and then it was all like the crazy like Monday Night Raw shit. And we used to, it was funny.
Yeah. I played it on Nintendo. That was
hell yeah, definitely. If it was on TV right now, and I was just like sitting there with like my brothers or my cousins or like random friends or something, and it was on, I'd leave it on and watch it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That was the birthplace of participation medals right there.
What, wrestling?
Yeah.
How?
Kids faking shit for trophies. And that's where it started, man.
I have no idea where you're coming from with this.
It's all fake. They do some fake shit out there. And then they win a fucking title.
Yo, you're just looking for people to come at you so hard right now. Yo, you watch like any wrestler, like the guys who like break their necks or like their lives get destroyed, Like that's it. Yo, that is one thing I would not want to be as a wrestler. That life looks hard. Not everyone can be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, because they might be faking it, but they're not faking. Those are some aggressive dudes.
Yeah, but that shit is not fake either. That's like so like delicately choreographed, and it's like still real. Yeah.
And they still fuck themselves up. I mean, that one wrestler died. Wasn't that Bret Hart's brother?
Oh, and yeah, I watched it. We were watching it.
Yeah. Fucking fell.
It. Hey, man.
Goddamn, dude.
It's Canadian for you.
You know where Bret Hart's from?
Canada. Just said that.
Okay. He's from Calgary.
Is
Calgary,
he?
Alberta. Yeah, he went to school with my dad.
He went to school with your dad?
Yeah.
Bret the Hitman Hart went to school with Bret the intern Bates.
Yeah.
Senior.
Isn't that weird? That guy's got a lot of brothers and stuff though, so probably anybody like from
Right.
Calgary around the time went to school.
They all went like anywhere you can like throw a rock and hit someone, or you can hit like a Hart brother.
Yeah. There was like 12 or 13 of them.
Did you ever go for a tour of the dungeon?
No.
That's like
I
his
didn't.
dad's like wrestling school, like in their basement, right?
Yeah. They're
Question. Their bodies buried in that dungeon or what?
Oh, for sure. That family was freaks, man. Sorry, I know some of them are still alive, but eventually they're gonna write books on how fucking freaky those guys were. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting story, though. I watched a documentary once on that or maybe it was a documentary on Brent the Hitman Hart, and like how he got screwed over by WWF and like Vince McMahon and everything.
He punched Vince McMahon.
Yo, that shit is so interesting.
It's interesting to see that like they're like that. See, I guess that's why it's not fake, right? Like, well, it's fake, but like that's why there's still like that realism to it. There's still business happening.
Dude, it's almost like it's fake in the same way that like if someone were faking like a war TV show and they were like, okay, I'm going to shoot you now, and then you fall down, and then they take out a gun and shoot you in the leg, and then you fall down and pretend to be shot, but you really like that's what it is.
And they're like cutting themselves. Like,
Yeah.
No, we can't use fake blood.
Did you ever go to one of those wrestling matches, which was like one of the lower tier ones where there's like 200 people at it?
No.
I went to an ECW one when it was like back in the day when it still wasn't big, and it was at like this weird gym in a town called Freeport, which is on the South Shore of Long Island, and it was it was pretty intense. But what struck me about this whole thing, so we're there, right? And the guys are flying off and they're hitting each other with barbed wire and shit like that. And they're all bleeding and whatever. And all the people who were there were pretty white trash. Like it was pretty heavy duty white trash.
Yeah.
But the one thing that really struck me, and I was old enough to know that this was a problem. I was like maybe 15 or 16, right? There was maybe a 9 or 10-year-old sitting in front of us with what appeared to be his grandparents. And this little kid was losing his mind. And he was saying the most vulgar things I've ever heard at the top of his lungs. Like calling the wrestlers these things. And his grandparents did not care. Like every type of C word you could imagine, he was calling the wrestlers.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad that I don't even want to say it on the podcast.
We'll bleep it in later.
No, we're not. I don't trust you to bleep it, so I'm not going to do it.
Go ahead, man.
But there was that's how bad it was. And this little kid was standing up on his chair, yelling these things, and the grandparent didn't care. It's fine.
Yeah. It's almost as bad as, well, it's worse than like I guess it's as bad as like when people are heckling boxers and shit. And it's just like man, why don't you get in there and try?
Yo, that would be really funny though, right? Like if every time someone like heckled like a wrestler or something, the wrestler would come out and smash him with a chair.
Which I'm pretty sure that shit's happened, right?
No age limit. You get that 9-year-old dropping like homophobic slurs on this guy. He comes out with a chair, hits him over the head with a chair. That kid's back. That kid forgets how to ride a bike. Yo, that kid had it coming. I wanted to wring his neck when he was standing there. I was like, yo, all right, enough. You know, like, plenty. That was enough. That's plenty, you know? And he just kept going. And I was like, yo, someone needs to discipline this kid like yesterday. And he's
I look at the parents or the grandparents.
The grandparents weren't doing anything, man. They weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
They were probably drunk. I think they were
drunk. Yo, what kind of family... Were you there with your family, I guess? Never mind. I was going to say, what kind of fucking family event is that?
No, I was there with a couple of friends of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went there. It was a couple of friends of mine and one of the guys' uncle and his friend. And I remember, oh my God, this is throwing it back. So the uncle, right? The uncle of one of my friends, totally fine, nice guy. And then the uncle's friend, his name was Fudge.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
What?
I don't know what that's about.
Wait, what was the uncle's name?
I don't know. It's something regular, like Jim, Mike.
Regular and Fudge?
Yeah, it was
Vanilla
it
and
was,
Fudge?
But his name was Fudge, and we got in the car together, and I remember distinctly feeling unsafe. You know, like it was like some like minivan, and I must have been fine because my friends were cool. They were fine, and like, you know, my friend was smart enough to know whether or not someone was bad news. But
Yeah, but also you're at that age where you kind of just go along with that shit.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I kind of look back on that, and I'm just like, I'm really glad I'm alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's a weird age to be, and to just be like kind of like drug around. You know what I mean?
Because we couldn't drive yet, you know?
Yeah.
In New York, well, in the 5 boroughs in New York and Long Island, you can't drive until you're 17. And in the rest of the state and a lot of other states, you can drive when you're 16. But I guess because there's so much traffic and stuff like that, you need a whole extra year before they let you have a full license. So I remember like getting to that age feeling like I wish we were just driving. It would be so much better if we were doing that. And then getting rides with like the shadiest of people.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's how it is here, except you can get your learners when you're 14. So you can just essentially... Dude, it's fucked up, man.
14 are like little babies.
You can drive your vehicle's parent or your parents' vehicle if you're with
drive
them.
your vehicle's parent.
Or like anyone with a license, right?
Papa Chrysler.
You're here.
Does Chrysler exist anymore?
The vehicles. I'm with my dad.
Yeah.
He's a Jeep.
Yeah. So wait, you were 14 when you started driving?
I was 15. Yeah, I waited a year. Or actually, I failed my learners.
I knew it. There is 2 types of people in this world. The types of people who want to drive the second they're old enough to, and the other type, which is just like, whenever.
Well, here's the thing. I had a twin brother. He got his. And then he got his license.
So?
And, well, he used to let me just borrow his vehicle. So
but you didn't have a permit or anything. You lazy motherfucker.
Yeah, but it's Canada. They don't mind.
Anything goes. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
What is he going to catch me riding on a horse? Get out of here.
Yeah, nobody. Well, I think people would have definitely cared, but it's like we were safe. We were safe about it.
I mean,
the first time
you don't really have any like. There's nobody around. You're fine.
Yeah, there's like
you're fine.
Population of 10,000 people in all of Canada.
That's nice. There you go. That's fine.
That's something else I hate about New York.
What? There's 10,000 people per block?
Yeah. Man, there was more police in Manhattan than there are people in Lethbridge.
That makes sense.
For sure.
Well, I mean, here, let's put it this way. One is a city that matters, and the other is not. Yo, no one is. This is harsh, but no one is flying a plane into Alberta, like trying to like cause a stir.
Yeah,
you know
I mean,
like that's if someone crashes a plane in Alberta, they're just like, what was that? That's all that happens.
It's just a farmer crashing his crop dusting plane or
something.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Some drunk farmer crashes it into a moose somewhere. That's all it is. And then no one cares because they're like, oh, it's okay. It's just a moose, eh?
Just a moose. Have you seen moose, man?
No, not in real life. I feel like if I saw a moose
massive.
in real life, I would probably shit myself.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking mean.
They're like 10 feet tall, aren't they?
They're like, I think they're like 14 feet tall.
Yikes.
It's fucking insane.
That's not right.
Yeah, dude, No, dude, it's fucking crazy.
That
I
is
think you're
not
right. It's
right. That
definitely
is
10.
yeah. It's yo, whatever. As long as if there's an animal that's like taller than 6 feet, it's already too big.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I seen a video the other day. Sorry to fucking jump to this, but a man who had been attacked by a bear, by a brown bear, it pulled him into its den and buried him because that's what it does with the food to keep other predators away and then to like it'll come back and eat him later. He wasn't dead though. This dude, I don't know how long he was there, but he was fucking like he looked like a corpse. Like so frail and thin because he'd been there, I'm assuming, for so long, like not eating. This bear just never came back for him. And they found him and they saved him and he could talk, but he literally, dude, it scared me. It messed me up a little bit.
Did the bear like really fuck him up? Is that why he didn't leave, or did he not leave because he was just like, I think I could get used to this?
I think he didn't leave because he literally could not, because the bear ripped open his side and stuff.
Oh, so he was like,
and then I think he was afraid to leave.
But the bear never came back. The bear like forgot he was there.
No, I think it's like it just didn't come back in time before he was found by people and saved. You know what I mean?
How long are we talking? How long did he turn into a corpse? Like within hours?
No, I think it was like, I'm assuming it was like a week or something like that.
Yeah, so like the bear forgot about him. What's the bear doing? Bear went on vacation?
Probably eating other people.
Yeah.
Found something better.
Do bears eat people a lot? Is that like a thing that happens in Canada?
I mean, it happens, but it doesn't happen a lot.
Like, is there like when you're in high school, is there like a couple of kids per year that get eaten by bears? You know, it's just like, there goes Hayden and there goes Jaden, and they both got eaten by bears. Braden's okay though.
It's like a business kind of just assuming, like, all right, this many people are going to steal every year. We're going to lose this much money. And
right. Like the school like makes sure that they only get X amount of lunches per year because they know at least 3 kids will be eaten by bears.
All right, lock the doors, guys. The bears are coming. It's too late for Jonathan. No, it doesn't happen that often, but like to hikers and stuff, people could definitely get eaten. People get attacked by not often either, but like cougars and shit eat people.
Oh, a cougar.
Cougars are big.
Oh man.
I was just having this talk with my brother.
I don't know if I've ever seen a cougar before. Is it this? That's not the same thing as a mountain lion, is it?
Yes.
Oh, it is. I've seen a cougar.
Yeah.
All right.
Watch. Dude, my dad's going to listen to this and be like, what do you mean you don't fucking know? I'm like, I think so.
If there's one thing I can say is that you don't really pay attention to details.
No. unless it's something I care about.
Right. Which seems to
I just
be
want to get
like
off this
mostly
topic.
nothing. Wait, so tell me more about cougars. Tell me more about like the genealogy of cougars. What color is a cougar?
Like a tan, beigey color.
Right. What does it eat?
People.
Where does it live?
In my backyard.
favorite recording artist?
I think they'd probably listen to Prince. To be honest,
not a John Mellencamp.
John Cougar Mellencamp. Boom, details.
There it is. He knows. You got that. That was impressive.
Yeah.
You want to do some questions?
Yeah. Let's do.
I'm surprised you knew who John Mellencamp was. That's impressive.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I know all that good old music. You don't like it?
No, I'm not interested in John Mellencamp. Can you name 3 pop singers from the mid 2000s? Because this is an area where I discovered that I am completely in the dark with, because I was talking to my brother-in-law and his girlfriend, and they are in their early to mid 20s, similar to you, and they were like spouting up. They were like, "Oh, remember this? Remember that? Blah 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 blah," like nostalgia and shit like that. But I had already been an adult at that point. So like that, there's no nostalgia for me then, because I was already doing grown up things, and I didn't have like my teenage like, oh, remember watching that on YouTube or whatever you kids did when you were growing up. You know, like
Nickelodeon.
yeah, whatever. But like they were like naming things I never heard of before.
Give me one.
I don't know, man. Freaking, I have no idea. I couldn't name you one. If you told me one, I wouldn't know it.
So 2000, I was. Oh man, I'm trying to think. Like, obviously 2000 grade 2.
What were you, 6, 8?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
Okay.
Probably 7 actually. Probably 7. Like I can't even do the.
Yeah,
I don't know how old I was. Probably 7.
Wait. Okay. So you were 2. Wait. Oh my god.
I was.
Hold
Hold
on a second. In the year 2000, you couldn't figure out how old
7.
you were. In the year 2000,
I was
you were
7
born in
for
what?
sure.
1993.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 7.
Simplest mathematics. Oh, you.
No, I said it.
goddamn
I said it
embarrassment.
correct, and then I was like,
Yeah. Oh god.
because you said 8 or 9.
I was just guessing. I don't know, man. I forgot what year you were born in. I'm not you.
Were you born in 83 or 82?
I was born at the very beginning of 83.
Nice, man.
Yeah, check this out. Here's a fun fact for you. I was supposed to be born in 82. In fact, I was born in 83.
So you were born.
I was born a year late.
Don't you fucking hate when people ask like, man, I haven't seen you since last year after New Year's, and it's just like,
you're just looking for trouble. You're looking for a beating when you say something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, forget it. I'm not interested. I lost interest in the pop thing. Let's go to the questions.
All right, cool. I don't know any. I don't know. NSYNC, was that the 90s?
That was the 90s. What did you listen to? Did you listen to music when you were 10 years old?
Like Backstreet Boys and shit.
You listened to Backstreet Boys when you were 10 years old?
Yeah.
Really?
Nick Carter.
Really? That's what you listened to?
His brother. Something Carter.
Now, hold on. Now, you grew up in a rural area, right?
Yeah.
And you grew up learning to hunt, learning how to survive in the wilderness, right?
I wouldn't call it rural. You would, though, I think.
I would, yeah. I've seen pictures of it. That shit is just like hills and trees. What the fuck would you call it? Yo, there's nothing that... Yo, when you send me pictures of like, oh, look, I'm with my dad and my brothers or whatever, it's just like mountains and nothing. What would you call that?
Dude, it's hilarious because yeah, I could see, like, to you would come here, anywhere here.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, rural everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I meet people who live like outside of our city who are just like, call this the big city.
What?
And it just makes me fucking sick. Yeah.
What else is there? Like, you're already in the middle of nowhere. How much more in the middle of nowhere could you be?
Oh man, it gets isolated. It gets isolated for sure.
Oh my god. So all right. So you're okay. So you're in the big city. You're in the big city out there.
Yeah.
And you're listening to Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
That's your go-to.
When I was that age, we probably had like 2 CDs, 3 CDs, and it was like
to share in between all of us.
Yeah. So it was like I probably just listened to whatever my sister
rough growing up in urban Canada.
Dude, to be honest, I listened to whatever my sister listened to. Because my older brother kind of was at that stage. He was a lot older. He had his own shit. You know.
How much older is your older sister?
She's 5 years older than me, and then my older brother's 7 years older than me.
Oh,
6
shit.
7. And
80s.
Yeah.
All right.
She was good to us. So she would like let us listen to her CDs and fucking stuff like that. My older brother, there was a big enough gap that we didn't really like
talk to each other
until we were like all adults. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Okay, let's hit some questions.
All right.
What do we got? We got a lot of questions. No, of course not.
I could probably still listen to Backstreet Boys.
Who does?
I could still. I haven't, but I would.
I'm sure you can. I don't even doubt that for a second. I'm sure you still will turn on the Backstreet Boys and just love every second of it.
Oh, this is perfect.
What's your feeling on Justin Timberlake? Do you hate him because he was like a rival boy band?
No, I remember my cousin showed me NSYNC, and I remember
Yeah.
thinking, wow, this is pretty fucking good. I liked Lance. He probably liked me too.
Man. I just don't even know what to say. Like there are things that are just like guilty pleasures, and I can understand, you know. But when he ventures into boy band territory, I can't. I can't. I don't know. And listen, if someone asked me to be in a boy band, and they would just
You
be
would.
like, "Yeah, of course," because I'd be like, I'd be a friggin' billionaire in 3 years. Sure, why not? But the actual music is just, oh, it is so brutal.
You know what? This is a perfect question. Hey, John, you once said on the podcast that you don't see the point in music unless it's intense and heavy. What do you think Fiona Apple's heaviest, most intense song is?
Ooh, I do love Fiona Apple. I've seen her live. She's really good. She does have her songs are intense. All of her songs are very intense. So you can easily like you can listen to a Fiona Apple record and just like really like just feel the intensity. And Fiona Apple is a big favorite in my house. Like my oldest daughter's name is Fiona, not because of her, but not because of her either. And she loves her, and she like knows all the songs by heart and sings them and shit like that. But there's a song called "As Fast as You Can," which is pretty like it's like got like a really good like kind of heavy drum beat, and it's pretty intense. There's a lot of like all of her music is pretty good. Like when you see her live, the rest of the bands that she plays with too are really talented musicians, and they're all very aggressive, talented musicians. And the music is just like so driving. She's awesome. I'm a huge fan of hers. But like she fits right in. I mean, that is like intense, aggressive, like truly emotional, like heavy music. And it's not necessarily heavy like, you know, like chugging guitars and feedback and stuff like that, but it's heavy. It's like it's dense, you know? It's a
I can
lot
get
going
behind it.
on.
Anybody. That's why I love live music. Like I don't like going to live music, but I love
Mhm.
watching like live music.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, there are some bands are great live. Other bands are atrocious live. Some bands are only studio bands. You know,
And I don't want to listen to them.
there's one of the best musical experiences I've ever had was yeah, I guess it's called a performance because it was two bands playing together. This one band Sun and this other band Boris, who was like Japanese. They played together, and it was called Altar. And I saw them play, and it was one of the most intense experiences I've ever had. They came out all in like druid cloaks, and everything was just black with just smoke and like random lights. And it was so heavy that I could feel my collarbones shaking inside my skin every time they hit a chord. It was just like, brrr, like so intensely heavy. Like I don't know if you've ever experienced bass and like reverb to that extent where it felt like you were going to throw up.
Oh man, this does not sound good. This
Dude, it
sounds
was
bad on your body.
no, it was amazing. Like the first couple seconds, I was like, I don't know if I want to experience this because it didn't feel good. But then after that, it was incredible because it was so otherworldly.
I think I can appreciate that. Like, is it similar to like I share a lot of like weird, not techno music with you, but like that synthy reverb kind of stuff?
No, it's hard to explain. It just feels like pure doom. It feels like what doom feels like. That's what it's. I don't know how else to put it. Imagine like hell collapsing around you. That's what it feels like. If
I can't do it.
you can't do that.
I'm already, I'm living in hell, dude. It's not falling down.
Imagine a bear burying you. Maybe it sounds
Oh,
like that.
shit. Oh, shit. I did take a note here, which is interesting, and I don't remember why I took this note, but maybe it'll spark something. Upbringing, childhood, and teenage years for you and for me were very different.
Yeah. I think
But
we had a conversation, but I don't remember what it was about.
Yeah, let's move past it.
I mean, we could talk about it.
Important.
Was it super important? I mean, maybe we'll hit all the shit anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I remember it being super important.
I mean, I grew up. I'm the oldest of three brothers, so I have two young brothers. I grew up in Long Island, about, I don't know, depending on the traffic, like a half an hour outside of New York City, like Manhattan. 40 minutes, maybe.
40 minutes outside of Manhattan.
Well, dude, if there was no traffic, you could get to Manhattan in 15. But sometimes it would take like 2 hours to get to Manhattan because of traffic. But I grew up
where I live.
very suburban, but densely suburban.
Mm-hmm.
Italian family.
No, this isn't what we were talking about. Wait, you're Italian?
Grandparents, cousins,
Wait, you have brothers?
Yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about. I wish we did, though, because I think we were probably comparing music that we listened to, like which boy bands we liked as teens. That was probably it.
Yeah, I feel like you pretty much never listened to anything mainstream.
Let me see. When I was a kid, the first concert I ever went to was Hall & Oates.
Oh, shit, dude. I love Hall & Oates.
Yeah, how could you not? I saw Hall & Oates at Jones Beach in Long Island, and I was probably 5 years old. So, 1987, 1988, my parents took me. I was asleep within the second or third song. But I was there. I got to see, I got to see a couple of the hits, I'm sure.
Which one's Hall and which one's Oates?
Oates is the less desirable one.
Unfortunately.
Daryl Hall and John Oates. John Oates had the mustache. Daryl Hall was the dreamboat, I believe.
The blonde hair.
Yes, well, he was perfectly 80s. Yeah. I mean, they were both perfectly 80s, but you showed up looking like John Oates, you're not getting as much attention as you are if you show up looking like Daryl Hall,
Yeah, I bet. You know what though? Daryl Hall probably spent all his money. John Oates, knew he had to stack that away.
That's right.
In his older age.
Who's laughing now, bitch?
Yeah.
You think they're still friends? Or do you think that one of them is holding a grudge against the other one?
Yeah. I think Hall always calls Oates up and goes, "Hey, can I borrow $20? Listen, just give me the record. I'll pay you back next month." They just want to see it. Don't fuck this up for me, Oates.
Do you think that John Oates was the songwriter and wrote all the music, and then Daryl Hall was the face, and he was just listen, I'll sing it. You be backup. You write all the music. We'll split it 50-50, and everything will be great. And then all of a sudden they start playing, and all the girls see, John Oates' weird mustache and his curly mullet, and they're just Daryl Hall's a genius.
And you know what? You definitely know people at the record label and stuff like that were trying to play into that.
Oh yeah,
when they just leave them.
They would do photo shoots back to back, kind of like this. And then they're a little bit more to the right, a little bit more to the right. And they would do just straight up crop him out.
Put him on the back of the CD and one on front.
Well, this is the 80s, so there was no CDs. This is cassette tape. or like
That's right.
maybe like vinyl, but probably cassette tape. So he would be on the secondary fold when you took it out of the plastic case.
Damn.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
inside.
So like they would even have more of like Daryl Hall's mullet in there, and then you would see like a little bit of poof, and then you'd open it up, and there's the rest of John Oates.
God. But who's richer? John Oates.
John Oates, man. He's got that licensing. He's got that licensing money, probably. Daryl Hall was riding his good looks, but you know what? You get a little bit older, get a little bit more rugged. Doesn't work out for everybody.
No, pays to be ugly.
That's right. That's right. That's where you
If
start.
you're good looking and you're listening to this, you're going to be broke forever.
You're broke as shit.
You better enjoy the fucking goodness while it lasts.
That always makes me think about like models who make like millions and millions of dollars before they turn like 25.
Yeah.
And like not everybody ages well, Like you get some people that they end up looking like turtles by the time they're like 50.
Yeah.
Then what do you do?
You better stack that money away.
Better have John Oates that money. Better John Oates that money.
What if they're like best friends and
yeah,
they definitely listen to the podcast?
They go well. Shout out to John Oates and Daryl Hall. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for being there since episode 1. We appreciate it. Yeah. Well, okay. Who's going over whose house for Thanksgiving? Like, which one of them has a family, and which one's like the bachelor, like the everlasting bachelor? Daryl Hall's the everlasting bachelor, right?
You're totally right.
He's got the apartment with the old like waterbed from like 1988 that he never replaced, and maybe it's got like a leak and like some duct tape over it and shit. Right? John Hall's got a wife and kids. The kids are grown up. They're like out of college. Like one of them's like an accountant. The other one's like maybe like a successful contractor. He's proud.
John Oates is bringing Hall's bringing home bringing to Thanksgiving every year a different girl.
Yeah.
Like, God, this is.
They're like bartenders that are have been bartenders for the past 30 something years. Like
they don't even listen to the music.
They don't even know what's going on. They're just like, oh yeah.
He did karaoke of one of the songs that we love listening to.
Why am I
He's really good at it.
Why am I blanking on the songs right now? Give me a Hall & Oates song.
Dude, I almost when
I got
you
the
first
lyrics.
said Hall & Oates.
The lyrics are in my head, but I can't remember the names of the songs.
I almost pulled these lyrics out, and I'm so glad I didn't, because like right when I went to say them, I was like, oh, that's not Hall & Oates. I was like, wake me up before you.
That is not Hall & Oates. No
I know it's not Hall & Oates.
Don't even. I'll tell you. Okay, so who would you prefer, George Michael or Hall & Oates?
Hall & Oates. Yeah.
Really?
Even though, because George Michael, that's the only song I can think of.
Nah, I think that's a shit choice. I think you go George Michael all the way. George Michael's hits, I think, are better than Hall & Oates hits. That's what I think. And you know what I think? I think my mom's going to weigh in on this one after she hears this episode.
I think your mom likes Hall & Oates.
My mom does like Hall & Oates. Well, my parents brought me to the friggin' show. Yeah, but you got to hold on a second. Let's do some internet research. Rich Girl, yes. Hold on, we're doing some internet research.
Maneater.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you what. Maneater, great song. Great song.
Make My Dreams.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a good song.
Here's the thing.
What?
George Michael's got one song.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
oh, wait, but are we including like Wham? Because he was like in Wham too,
We can include Wham if you really want to.
Wait, hold on. George Michael's dead?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
When did that happen?
I think like 5 years ago.
Yo, first thing I pull up is like George Michael, and it just says, what did George Michael die of? And I'm like, what do you mean George Michael's dead? How did I miss this?
Dude, I hate when I go to Instagram and I see a black and white photo of a celebrity that I really like.
Dude.
And I go, you didn't know?
Yo, I don't think I knew. Yo, okay, here we go. I'll tell you one thing. George Michael, 2 songs. You don't need anything else. Faith and Careless Whisper. Every other song can go straight to hell. You don't need any other songs. You don't need any other songs besides Careless Whisper. It's the only song you need. like ever. If I only had Careless Whisper, if someone was just like, John, you're on a desert island, pick one song, Careless Whisper, before they're even done saying it, I'm picking it.
Damn it, man. I gotta listen to these.
Like, I like Maneater.
Yeah.
But it's no Careless Whisper. Let's be real.
You know what the thing is more people would be able to name George Michael songs and sing a George Michael song.
There was a Nelly Furtado song that came out, I want to say in the mid-2000s, called Maneater also. And I remember being someplace and someone asking to play Maneater, and I was like, oh shit, Hall & Oates. Is Nelly Furtado? I don't know. Maybe not Nelly Furtado. Maybe she didn't sing any of those songs. Maneater. No, it is Nelly Furtado. Booyah. And then they played that song, and I was thoroughly disappointed.
You don't like Nelly Furtado?
I could do without her.
Yeah, I like her last name. That's about it.
What do you like about her last name?
I just remember finding it very interesting when I was younger.
It sounds like a meal you would order.
Furtado.
Can I get a double frittata with cheese?
Hey,
and a Diet Coke.
What kind of food would that be?
It's either Italian or Mexican.
Yeah, it's a fusion.
Oh, Italian Mexican fusion.
Yeah,
Very
furtado.
Nice. Yeah, it's very, very good. I like your accent.
Hey, can I get a furtado?
Oh, I don't know what is that. Is it supposed to be New York?
Or I said A at the beginning, so I guess it's like a Canadian Italian.
You're venturing.
Which I don't think exists.
You're venturing into Adventures in Design territory now with your New York accent.
Do you listen to Mixed Podcast?
Nope.
No? Okay. I don't because it costs too much.
And you're cheap as shit.
He's asking $10 an episode or something like that.
$10 an episode? That's wild. I'll tell you what, man. When I'm on that show, it's going to be $20. What else we got?
Dude, we don't got a lot is the problem. Here's a
no, we have a ton. You just didn't put them together.
Yeah,
there's so many questions, and I'm like, yo, get the questions together for the episode. You're like, oh, okay. And there's like 2 things on here. I'm like, what about all the other ones? It's like 400 questions in there.
This is something really important that I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
Let me just go to my notes.
Okay.
On Reddit, somebody posted saying that the listeners need names.
Oh, sure.
Nose Bros was one.
Nose Bros. I don't like it.
Nose Gang. Nose Gang's
okay.
You suggested Nose Crew.
Nose Crew is good.
And you suggested something that was amazing.
What was that?
Boogers.
Oh, yeah, the boogers. Yes, it has to be boogers.
And like, the more you do, you just become snot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
levels to it.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't like Nose Bros because it's exclusionary, man. It's only bros. I like everyone to be a part of the Nose Crew. You know what I mean? So like we're all in this together. You know?
Boogers.
Yeah, it's. I really don't like how you say that word. it's
boogers.
Like, I don't like it. All right. Let's move on,
it's not
please.
Droplets.
Jesus
it's not
Christ.
droplets.
Let's move on. You've ruined this for me already. How about we just call people by their names?
This one's hard because I haven't even thought about it yet. But both Brent and John.
Yeah.
Tell the world your most embarrassing memory.
Ooh, embarrassing memory. I got one. You don't have one?
I have a lot of like. Here's the problem: is like nothing that like stands out is like fucking horrible. I'm embarrassed all the time. Every time we do this podcast, I'm embarrassed.
Right. So am I. For you, mostly. Yeah. No.
You have one though.
I got one. Yeah, no, I totally got one. It might be the only thing I'm embarrassed of. Like, I've definitely pissed my pants in public over the age of 5 and wasn't embarrassed.
Wasn't embarrassed about it?
No, like it happened. I was just like, hey, what are you going to do? I mean, I wasn't quite 20, but I was not, like, how old was I? I don't know how old I was, but it was just, I remember I had to have been like 10 or something like that. And I remember 20, I was 33. I remember like we were at Busch Gardens in like Virginia or something like that, wherever the Busch Gardens is. And I kind of, for some reason, I kind of got separated from my family because I had to pee so bad. I went looking for a bathroom. And I think I wandered halfway across the park, found the bathroom, and it was locked. And I had to then run across the park again to try and find it, finally catching up with my family, but in the meantime, not making it.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't embarrassed. Like, what was I going to do?
This reminds me, this is pretty embarrassing. I got in my vehicle in a parkade, an underground parkade, started driving around, realized I had to go to the bathroom, but I was on my way to this condo that I just rented, and it was like a block away. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to get there, and I'll go to the bathroom when I get there. Mm-hmm. I circled the parkade, and I don't know why I missed the turn to like go up and out.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to piss myself. There's no way I'm making it out of here.
Right.
I instantly pulled back into the spot that I was already in. Mm-hmm. Had to climb into the back seat and pee in a water bottle. And it was
in a water bottle.
Dude, I couldn't help it. And that fear inside of you when I'm a grown man and I'm gonna piss myself in this parkade right now.
I can name 4 times where I thought I was gonna piss myself as an adult over the age of 30. I can name 4 of them, with the most recent one being a year ago.
We talked about this.
We did, didn't we?
You were in traffic?
Uh-huh. Dude, yeah. All of the times were in traffic. Every single one was in traffic.
That's amazing.
Yeah, one of them, did I tell you, I told you the one in Boston, right? Where I was just going to get out in the middle of the street and just piss on something.
Yeah.
But I had too much Yankee paraphernalia on that I was going to, yeah. Dude, that's why it's not embarrassing. It happens. You know what I mean?
I would have pissed myself in my vehicle though. Like, I was trying to get this garage door open.
Yeah.
So I could get into the apartment that I rented. This was 2 times in 2 days.
Wow.
And the door wouldn't open. And I think I had wrecked my bladder from not peeing the time before.
Yeah. They say that. So they say that's like a really bad thing to do, is to just like hold it. Like you really do some damage to your internal organs like that, I think.
Yeah. Well, I had to pee, man, and the garage door wouldn't open, and that was my only way into this apartment. And I sat there, and there was people walking their dogs in front of my vehicle.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
And it was like a busy street, and I'm just looking around. There's like nothing, and I'm like, well, I guess what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm just going to piss myself right now in the vehicle, and then the door opened.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about this now. What if you would have gotten out of the car, lifted the hood of the car, go really lean your body really close to the front, get everything exposed, and then let it fly while you're as if you're looking in the hood, and then if there's like liquid dripping out underneath, people are just like, dude, your wiper fluid, something's going on, man, your antifreeze. You know what I mean?
Somebody comes over to help.
Yeah. Oh, I know what the problem is. You got the dipstick out.
Where's it leaking? Right here.
And then if you were in New York, you would say, I got your dipstick right here.
Yo, the amount of piss that I walked in being in New York, not okay.
The beautiful thing about New York City is in the summertime, when you walk over a subway grate, it smells like cold piss from the air conditioning. In the wintertime, when you walk over a subway grate, it smells like hot piss. So one way or another, there's urine everywhere.
So do you like that?
No, not a fan. Not a fan of the piss smell.
Yeah. I would say that the people make New York good, which is surprising because I actually like. I hate to get back on this topic, but like I thought the people were going to be assholes.
Nah,
I'm not going to lie.
people in New York are great, but I think I don't know how this is in different places, but I know in New York, half the people you know will have been given a ticket for pissing in public.
That's crazy. So they're ticketing hard now for it.
No, that's just like, I mean, like when you're a certain age and you're out in the city, like half of your friends are peeing on the sidewalk at some point,
Yeah.
and they're getting tickets for it.
What's the ticket like?
It's like, I don't know, it's like probably like $100 or something.
Oh.
Sometimes that's worth it,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like, what would you rather do, piss yourself or get like $100 ticket? Like, it's just
Get a
like using
$100
like a
ticket.
really fancy bathroom, really.
The biggest bathroom in the world.
The biggest, fanciest bathroom you could think of. Yo, I would pay $100 for a big, fancy bathroom. Just saying. Just saying.
All right, here's a good
I
one.
haven't had to, but I'm just saying I would. All right, go ahead.
I'm going to have my own store. I really appreciate the fonts you designed. How can I let you... Yeah. Congratulations on opening your store.
That's a big step.
How can I let you design fonts for me? If it happens, I would be super happy. Thank you.
You just email us. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start at continostudio.com and then we'll do it. We're not, see, that's the thing. That's the thing that a lot of people don't realize is that if you don't tell people that you will do something, people assume that you won't. Like, all you got to do is ask. Like,
Yeah.
it could be anything. You might want to meet a celebrity, or like you just reach out, you just ask somebody something, That's all you got to do. Hey, Dwayne Johnson, my brother's a big fan. Can you stop by for his birthday? Hey, maybe he's got time. Maybe he will. But he would never do it if you don't ask.
That's the funny thing, right?
Let me put this in terms that you would understand. The great Wayne Gretzky, hockey player.
Who?
What is his favorite? What is his famous quote? Do you know?
You miss so many of the shots. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
See, I knew you would know.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is ask, and that goes. I think that goes for everything. So like, if you're just like, hey, I really like what John does, not so much what Brent does. I would love for John to do his thing, and for Brent to learn and watch. Then that just email us and ask, and maybe it'll work.
I think people like you seem like you're not accessible, if that makes sense.
Why is that?
Because you reach a level where like you've done work for Nike or something like that, and people assume, okay, now you're not going to take on work for anybody unless.
Is that what it is? I feel like people have a perception of me that I slowly get. It trickles out to me at certain points, like when I do a conference or something like that. And the way people talk to me or something like that, like what is it about me that seems inaccessible? I feel like I'm a pretty welcoming person for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed.
So I
would say
what's going on here from a third party perspective, from a former outsider. What's
I don't know, man.
You didn't think
I
was
reached out to
inaccessible.
you.
Yeah, you were just like, hey.
Yeah. No, I say that it would be like once you do work for a client that somebody like would assume that you're still not a business. Do you know what I mean? Like you've done something. It's like you wouldn't message Brad Pitt and be like, hey, you want to be in my student film? You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, I appreciate you comparing me to Brad Pitt. So that's cool.
You wouldn't message Steve Buscemi and say, hey.
Whatever, I love Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, dude. New Yorker, right?
Dude, you know what's really funny? Yeah, Steve Buscemi grew up like 10 minutes from me.
Yeah.
My wife, depending on the color of her hair, will look like Angelina Jolie a lot. And we were at a barbecue once, and there were these like, I don't know, there's these weird dudes, like neighbors of the people we were at the barbecue that we were at. And someone mentioned how she looked like Angelina Jolie. and I made a joke that I looked like Brad Pitt, which clearly I look nothing like. You might say I look like some celebrities, but there's no features that match up. Yeah, just like the color of our skin is different. We're just like different people. But like it was clearly a joke, and the one guy was like looking over at me, and he got like real mad. You know, he was just like, you think you look like Brad Pitt, and I was like, that's what I think I look like. Like he got so unnecessarily mad. It was strange.
I like it.
Like, why would someone get mad about that? Is it because he liked the look of my wife, and he thought that I was like trying to like talk big about myself, and that's why I have like a beautiful wife? That's the only thing I could think of, right? Otherwise, he's just got like he's like the president of the New Jersey chapter of the Brad Pitt fan club, and he's like, whoa, you don't meet any of the criteria. You know,
he's over there like with his little book, opening it up, looking at you, looking at his like statistics for what makes Brad Pitt's face.
Hold on a second. 5'10", shaved head. Like no, none of this is matching up.
Hey, excuse me, John. Did you say you look like Brad Pitt? What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, you're accessible if they reach out. Chances are the studio can do it.
Yeah.
In every case.
Yeah.
You need your taxes done.
You need your taxes done, reach out. You need somebody waxed, reach out. You need someone buried by a bear, reach out. We're here for you.
Whoa, did you hear about the stowaway? Who they believe that they opened the wheels on the plane as they were going to land. Mm-hmm. Person fell out.
Oh,
landed in somebody's yard.
Yikes!
Dead.
That's rough. It was a stowaway.
Yeah, probably died in the air. Honestly.
Oh my god, that's like when you go to like change like a light in your bathroom or something, and like a bug falls out
in your eye.
Yeah, that's like one of my most hated things.
Oh man, that is the worst. And even if it's dirt, it's a bug.
It's like, oh, gross. Ew. What else we got?
This one's not worth it because I realized it's probably not the movie that I watched.
What's that?
Just seen Bash Brothers on Netflix.
Sure.
30 minutes of skit, hip hop, and baseball.
Yeah.
About baseball.
Yeah.
I don't know these baseball players. Do you?
Yes, the movie's garbage.
Is that with Andy Samberg?
Yeah, I tried to watch.
I've seen it.
You watched it, the whole thing?
I watched it. Yeah.
How did you make it through even the first 30 seconds of that?
I don't really watch things anymore and like watch them. I just put them on and they're on.
So you didn't watch it?
I mean, Netflix says I watched it. All right.
Netflix says I watch a lot of things too because I fall asleep with Netflix running.
Yeah. Dude, I can't remember the last thing I watched from start to finish.
I tried to watch this on the way to MLC Connect in Atlanta, which is a sports design conference. And I brought up the fact that I tried to watch it to a lot of the people who were there. And we all had the same response was, this is impossible to watch.
I remember the start and I remember the middle.
I remember the start because it's exactly when I reached over to my iPad and turned it off. That's what I remember.
It's not a joke. It's not just a giant joke movie.
It is a giant joke movie, but it's not funny. Like I can't. Yeah. My wife has a huge problem with this. Comedians who try to do music in a serious way because they really just wish they were musicians and not comedians. You know. Mm-hmm. Like she doesn't mind Adam Sandler, but has a big problem with Jimmy Fallon.
I love that. I appreciate that.
Makes sense, right?
Yes.
Now I never liked Andy Samberg because everything I ever saw him that was popular was always like him doing something like a rap or something like that, and I was just like, I don't find that funny.
Mhm.
And then I heard interviews with him, and I watched him on roasts and stuff like that, and he was hilarious. I was like, you know what? I like him now. He's good. He's funny. And then this came out, and I was just like, you had all this good faith, and you flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah, I can't say I liked it. It was on.
I don't know who's watching that, and it's just like, yo, that's my shit. Like, I don't know if I can't. I mean, maybe not true. I feel like people I wouldn't like would like it.
Hey, whoever wrote in and suggested that dog shit movie.
The movie sucks.
I'll give it 1 dinosaur.
No, get out of here! You give Jurassic Park 0 dinosaurs.
Oh, okay. 3 dinosaurs.
I would if it was. Well, we do have this. We're trying to get this video podcast going. So if we can get the video podcast going, I will be crucifying you live on video for saying such things, such blasphemy. So yes, nails in the hands, nails in the feet. You're in trouble.
You think I'm Jesus?
No. More people than Jesus were crucified. Know that, right? Like,
I mean, that's the only one that I know.
You don't know that guy Rob that was crucified?
I heard there wasn't even those 2 thieves that were crucified next to Jesus. They weren't
No,
even
that
really
was just like a thing, man. They used to crucify people willy-nilly. They were just like, you, what do you got over there? You got red hair? Done. Crucified. Throw them up on the boards.
Done. Done.
You, one sandal's not looking so hot. Crucified. Done.
You know what's caught on that's fucking the best thing in the world?
What's that?
Short pants.
Short pants. Yeah, short pants rules.
Yeah, dude. Every time I see that.
I've been saying that since you were in short pants.
Yeah, so we got this video podcast is going out. We got one that's gone out before this one as well.
Yeah. No, it's we're we'll make it happen eventually. We'll get there. I mean, we're recording them so that they are video, but you don't get shit done ever. You're lazy.
Yeah, I mean,
you're one of the laziest people I've ever met.
what did I text you? What did I text you before this?
What did you text?
I said, I asked for this, but you killed my hopes and dreams.
Can we hold on? We'll end the podcast with this. Let's do. Okay, so this is episode 25. This is a special 25th episode, like recap of a little bit of BTI.
Yeah.
So you wanted to be my intern. For what reason? Why do you want to be the intern here? Like the work? Something about it?
Yeah, definitely. I like the work. I like I like what you do.
Liked what I had to say.
But I don't want to just do what you do. Like, I want to be, like, me and you talk about this, an asset, right? To, like,
right.
Do something other.
So finally, I give you some stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a little peek behind the curtain. And so prior to this, you were pretty bright-eyed, bushy-tailed youngster.
Yes.
Eager to work, eager to do things. Now how deep are we? Are we almost a year in?
Longer. Year.
Is it longer?
Year and a couple months, yeah.
See, I don't give a shit. I'm not throwing you a party or anything. Now what is your feeling like about life in general?
See, I don't got time to think about it. This might be a little dark.
Like your video?
This definitely is a little dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my video. My twin brother asked me the other day, like, what am I doing? And I said, working. And he said, what are you doing after? I said, the second I get a spare moment, I'm going to kill myself. But I haven't had a spare moment yet. I haven't had a minute to kill myself, but I'm gonna the minute I'm in it.
It's good thing I'm keeping you busy.
Yeah.
Yo, you won't even, but you'll never get to that point because you're not going to not be busy. As long as you're in my world, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You don't realize, man. People don't realize what they're in for when they step inside this circle.
And you know what? I would say like I haven't even like 100% stepped in, right?
No, you haven't even
I
scratched
got my
the
toes
surface.
in there.
Yeah, you got like a couple. You get a couple little things here and there, and you're just like, I can't take it. Life is too hard. There's too much going on. How do I handle this?
This is also a problem that's happened. Is my interactions with you have made me better at business.
Well, that's good.
And so, like, I get work as well now. Yeah. And I mean, I was before, but it like I kind of, like it was like a hobby, I suppose.
Sure.
And now it's like I have all my fucking work.
Yep.
And then I have all like work that you want me to do. Mm-hmm. All the work that Joe DiMaggio wants me to
do. We got friends of the show, Joe, who was on, I forget what episode 8 or something like that. He asked Brent. He asked Brent to do something. Brent didn't do it, and Joe is relentless on him now for being lazy and not supporting his boy. So Brent is in the doghouse. Doghouse Brent.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the way?
That's it, man. That's it. You're in the doghouse now.
You're not even my dog.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's a client. Client's always right.
Oh, that's true.
If there's one thing that reading the internet about graphic design has taught you is that the client's always right. Right? No graphic designer ever complains about the clients.
Oh wait.
Fucking can't
clients
pick
pay
up, though. Can't even pick up on sarcasm though.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'll cut this out.
I feel like as a graphic designer, like if you're going to be a freelancer, right?
Yeah.
The first thing you need to know how to do is complain and cry about clients. What the fuck? Where'd you go?
Just turn on the light.
Disappeared, man. Yo, for anyone who's watching this on video, which at this point is nobody, Brent just disappeared, and I thought the podcast was over, and he let me know where he was. First thing you got to do is be able to complain, right? I think that kind of comes with the territory. Second thing you have to do is know how to be a graphic designer.
Yeah. I know how to complain.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do. You're always.
I never complain about the stuff that you give me, though.
You better not.
I'm never like, fuck, I can't do this, John.
Unless you want to get fired again, I wouldn't complain if I were you.
Triple fired.
Double dog fired.
No, and here's the thing, because when we actually are doing work, it's not. I mean, we've talked about this on the podcast. It's not like this,
right?
Like it's very straightforward.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's like just get your shit done.
Yeah, get it done. Call it a day.
Those, like, you just gave me a job recently, and I literally could not get them to you until the day that you needed them.
I mean,
the rollovers.
Definitely needed them sooner than that, but I
like that
you just like make up this narrative in your head. It's like, I got it the day before John needs it. It's like, yeah, no, I needed it like last week.
Yeah, well, I don't think you. Here's the biggest problem. You didn't get me the files until like you had told me 2 weeks prior about it, and then you got me the files like 3 days before.
There's no reason why that should have stopped you. If you were a true go-getter, you would have got that shit done anyway. I've been in your shoes. I make it happen.
I'm definitely like. I think I messaged you quite a bit about those. Enough, at least. Like,
no, you didn't. You did not. You didn't message me shit about shit. Get out of here.
I did. I asked you a few times. Hey, do you have those files?
By a few, I think you meant one. It was definitely once. One time, and then I said, I'll get it to you tomorrow, and then I got it to you tomorrow. And then fucking you disappeared doing God knows what.
Then I gave it to you like 3 days later.
Went on a Backstreet Boys binge.
You are...
Oh my God, I don't even know a Backstreet Boys song. Sing me a Backstreet Boys song to close out the podcast. Go ahead.
You are... That's all I know, man.
You got 2 words. That's all you got. I don't even know what song that is.
Fire.
Oh, shit. worst day of my life. Why did I ask this?
Desire.
Oh my god, I'm 5 words in. I want to die. Wow. Really, really upset that I asked that. Oh, there it is. He's got the moves.
You are.
Holy shit. Wow.
Fuck.
Cool.
Well,
that's a cool way to end this.
So we're gonna.
Is there going to be a video of this so people could see you doing your Backstreet Boys dance moves?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's what
I felt comfortable doing that because I know this is never going out.
Oh man, it's a good thing that you're fucking useless at your job. All right, let's close it out, shall we? We got This is a good. You know what? You know what's a problem? Every show that we do, every show that we've done for like the past 2 months has been like, "Hey, we're back," and then we disappear. Yeah. You should probably stop doing that. Let's make it a little bit more consistent.
Yeah.
You know, the people demand it. The boogers demand it. So people have been rating and reviewing, which have been great. I'm not going to read any today because my eyes are barely open, and I feel like we're going to skip that until next week. Oh, we did get some interesting information that some of the reviews were all written by one person from multiple phones.
Yeah, except for that guy wrote in saying that he wrote the review that won.
Yeah.
But then the actual person wrote in and said, "Hey, I'm the person that wrote the review," and his Gmail account checks out.
Oh shit! We got
imposter.
An imposter? Is this like an iTunes review bandit?
Yeah, he's claiming victory.
Oh shit!
Over reviews he didn't leave.
Oh my god! Now I'm not going to mention names yet because we're going to get this straightened out.
Yeah.
But if the what's the word I'm looking for here?
The booger.
The accused booger wants to reach out and defend him or herself, I want to hear it. Maybe. Oh, should we get him to do like a call in, like a voice recording?
Definitely.
Sorry, I just gave it. It's a guy. Obviously, I don't think a girl would do this. Only a guy would do something this stupid.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what though? I don't care if he actually wrote it on like 10,000 phones. I'm cool with that. It's good.
And he wrote it on his friend's phone, who also wrote in and said, "Hey, I wrote this review."
I think someone else. No, that was a separate person. But we'll get a write in, or we'll get a phone in or something. We'll get to the bottom of this. This is a mystery.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. In the meantime, rate and review, do those things. If you got to do it from other people's phones, it's cool too. Check out Brand by Hand at ContinoBook.com or any bookstores, Contino Studio and John Contino on Instagram. And then questions, comments, whatever you want us to talk about at noahscast.com, which I think soon we're going to revamp a little bit. We're going to get some merch up there. So if you want some nose merch, let us know what you like, and we'll put it up there. Fucking, you want a nose apron? We'll do it. You want a nose bath towel? Done. You want a nose mug? We got you. You want a nose fucking I don't know, what else can we do?
Googly glasses?
Googly glasses? Done. No, like the nose with the nose and the mustache. You know what's really funny? If anyone in my family puts those on, no one can tell if they're wearing it or not.
Great disguise.
Yeah, great disguise. It's just like everyone just completely looks exactly the same. Just looks like they're wearing glasses. You wanna lead us out of this with some Backstreet Boys?
You are the something, my something.
See you next week.
So bad. I don't know the lyrics.